saw the x-ray of the mass, and it was as big as my hand in the center of her chest. Had her heart pushed like up into her shoulder, basically. And then that's when they said, okay, it's T-cell leukemia, this is what we're gonna do. And they started chemo like within minutes of me signing the papers. They did that, they did a spinal tap, they did a bone marrow biopsy, they did the biopsy of her chest. I mean, it was just all like, just everything at once. It was unbelievable how fast it went. There are no words to describe how that feels. I had to try to process it as best as I could. Even though I really couldn't. She had very long, pretty hair. She always got compliments on her hair. And for it to be gone in like one day that was probably the worst part for her. She did not like her hair being gone. She cried for like 2 hours. She was in the hospital for her birthday. She was in the hospital for Easter. I didn't expect to have her, really.
Madison is a 5-year-old wish child who has leukemia.
She was diagnosed a year ago, so I mean, it was probably shortly after that. Just they have like social workers and different people that coordinate different things at the hospital, and I'm pretty sure they just approached us and said, hey, she qualifies for this. Do you want to go ahead with it? So
Madison undoubtedly knew exactly what her wish was, and it was for a pink princess castle.
We heard about MASL and from one of our fellow board members, Bob Safransky. And when this wish came up to us as a board, we had asked if there was anybody that knew anyone that could take on this type of project. And Bob lifted his hand up and said, I have the people that can do it.
When Make-A-Wish reached out to us and gave us the opportunity to participate in Madison's castle, everybody jumped on it.
Well, once we heard Madison's story, we couldn't say no. The very first rendering that we got was her rendering, her drawing of a pink castle with a purple roof.
To have our family work with that family is just a very special time and opportunity.
They not only used their time and money and efforts, they also got the community involved. And so when the community gets involved, that's enriching the life of the wishes for these children. And that's really what it's about.
The next step was to get some of the world's best craftsmen that we have here at MASL to jump on board and build this. So I reached out to the shop and we had a meeting where I explained Madison's story and explained what NASA was going to do and asked them for their help. And the sign up was amazing. Our guys jumped on board, all hands on deck, 2 feet in, and are super excited to be a part of this.
You know, to me, it's kind of fulfilling. You know, it's like I said, it's better than a paying job. Even though one person's gonna see it, it's more important than a million people that would visit normally. You know, so I'm definitely thrilled to work on it.
We're doing this thing for a little girl through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we just all wanted to come together as a NASA team and make this thing happen and make her happy and just make her day and make a wish come true.
Oh yeah, it's for somebody that, you know, a little girl who's sick, so having daughters, it helps. So just seeing her face is gonna be, worth the whole project. So
that's what we did, and I cannot wait to see her face and just see how happy she is, and that'll just be enough happiness in my heart alone.
But Madison's Castle, by far, is the most impactful project our company has ever been a part of.
After she was diagnosed and started taking all the medications, she didn't want to do anything. And it didn't become like, it wasn't like we were preventing her from doing anything, it's just she just didn't want to. She did not want to come outside. When she did, it was like 2 seconds and she was back in. So she couldn't do anything. And it was summertime, and then it was like holiday time, and she couldn't go to the park, she couldn't play outside really, she couldn't be around animals, she couldn't be around sick people. She had no idea what she was getting. She knew it was gonna be a castle, but she didn't know any of the details at all.
So what we did is we took a 40-foot tarp and strung it up on one side of the tree and then strung it up with another guy in a lift to hold. So when she drove up, it was a very big reveal process for her. She came in and she just jumped the entire way to the spot where she was standing. So Madison's standing there and we're all counting down from 10 to 1 when all of a sudden this big tarp drops and she gets to see her castle for the first time.
Pretty much one of the biggest things I ever imagined. And it was pretty much my whole entire, I loved it. I felt like the happiest girl in the world.
The fact that it's outside, it has stairs inside of it, it has a slide, it has swings, has benefited her a lot with physical therapy. She plays on it and she's building her muscles.
I can look through the window, see that I'm up high. I can use it as anything. I can use my imagination in there. It's like I love it up there.
We just really, really appreciate this
Definitely.
castle. It is amazing. It's more than what we
Could
had
ever
imagined.
hope for, really.
Yes, and
It's
it's definitely
great.
more than we could ever have gotten
Oh,
her.
yeah.
So that alone makes it very special.
Yeah,
I'm
and she
sure
loves it. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, she's gonna love it for a long, long time.
This was like one of my biggest dreams. Well, I do like the secret entryway where you come through the art room and then you go to the closet and you come out the closet. I do like that. It has a tea party. It has a tea party table. It has a board that spells something, and anything you want to spell. And it has lots of other surprises that you can. It has Play-Doh. It has pretty much everything that I was hoping for.
We give them hope, and that's what these wishes are for.
I love this castle, all you. Thank you for building this for me. And that's all I wanted to say, so thank you so much.